My sister moved multiple states away 3 years ago. Her husband gives her very thoughtful jewelry pieces every Mother's Day. They're always extremely sentimental and bespoke to convey a specific sentiment or memory. 2 years ago, he gave her a gold necklace with a heart, carved inside with their family's initials and year of birth, with diamonds to the center where the heart meets a point because it's their daughter's birthstone. Since being given that gift, she's never left the state to visit home. She's also never been to my current house even before leaving. I also live pretty far from home and family hasn't made the visit. But I've lived here 7 years now and haven't moved or spent long visits with my family, just daytime drop-ins. My sister's necklace went missing sometime in spring last year. She thought it might have broken and fallen off while out and about, and she was very distressed about it because it was an expensive gift and felt horrible about it going missing. When we chatted about it, she actually told me she wasn't going to tell her husband about it until she searched everywhere possible. The entire house, the car, her workplace. She even called the stores she shopped at regularly, asking if it was found and turned in, but nothing. Just this week I was pulling out old clothes and shoes to donate. My son went through a growth spurt and I got wider, and I figured it was time to clean house. I was pulling out all the shoes and purses at the bottom of my closet, and there, in the very back of my closet, I found my sister's necklace. There's absolutely no way that this could have ended up here. My sister hasn't come home to visit, and there's no way this would have ended up in our state in my house without her having mailed it personally, and she's never mailed me anything, besides sending gifts directly from the seller that she'd never have personally touched. And it's not as though it's a similar-looking piece or a mass-produced item. This was specifically carved with their birth years and initials and their daughter's diamond birthstone. But it gets even more strange. I immediately FaceTime her when I find it. I was already trying to figure out how on earth it would have come to be in my closet. I haven't gone to her state yet. My son hasn't visited there. Our parents had, but they went before she had gotten the gift. When she picked up and I showed her what I had found, I was honestly bracing myself because I was sure she was going to be just as confused and have a million questions I couldn't answer. But when I showed her what I found, she set the phone down to put herself in full view and pulled out her necklace from under her blouse. She had her necklace. Not just that, but she had no recollection of losing it. No memory at all of talking to me about losing it, searching her house, or calling shops. In fact, she was sure she's always had it in her jewelry box and thought I was being weird about finding the same one because it was likely a really common necklace. When I pointed out that it had their same initials and birth years carved into it, she just shrugged and said it was a coincidence, but not all that strange. When I pressed it, she laughed and assumed I was pulling a prank of some kind, which is extremely out of my character. I am not one to pull pranks, and asked if I had it made as some kind of joke. I am at a total loss here. I feel like reality is all jumbled up, and I'm the only one who noticed it's off. I was so confused, so I called our mom and told her what happened. I told her the whole thing, asking if she recalled her losing the necklace. I was sure if she did, it would have come up in their calls as well. She didn't recall anything. But the way she acted in the call was even more strange. She says, "Well, these things happen. Don't let it drive you crazy. Our family is just sensitive to these things," and then wouldn't elaborate on it, which is also very unlike her character.